The Royal Infirmary, Edinburgh, 31st of December, 1999, Millennium Eve. The people of Edinburgh are counting down the hours to the biggest party since the end of World War II. Meanwhile, in the basement of the hospital, a small group of scientists are preparing to perform a groundbreaking medical procedure. A procedure so ahead of its time that what happens that evening remains a secret for decades to come. It's 7 years later, and the biggest thing on Cam's mind at this moment is, will he get the birthday present he has been hoping for all year? Cam got just what he wanted, but his parents were a bit surprised when he tried to speak to it, and his brother jumped at the opportunity to mock him. Cam had not been looking forward to going back to school at the end of the holidays. However, there was one thing he had missed: Rachel Kim. I am a little bit jealous because Cam adored Rachel, but I guess I will forgive him because that was long before we met. Also, he had no idea why she took an interest in him. She never let him in on that secret until many years later. It's now 2016. Rachel has been working for only a few weeks in Scotland's top neuro research facility when she gets a very unexpected visitor. Sophia Nasir, Chief Talent Officer for NeuroSpark. She offers her an unbelievable opportunity. The only catch is, if she accepts, she would need to move to their research facility in Morocco. It is a few months later and Rachel is feeling very apprehensive, but at the same time, very excited. She was very relieved to meet Amir, her driver, who helped to put her mind at ease as they headed off on the 400-kilometer journey into the vast desert. The fact that the research facility, NeuroSparks, does not seem to exist, or certainly not on any online search, fills her with fear. If it wasn't for the very brief call from her dad to tell her that she can trust Sophia, she would have never taken the risk. As the facility comes into view, she can barely breathe with apprehension of what's ahead of her.
It's 2044, and after 27 years of working with Rachel and the rest of the team at NeuroSpark, it's almost the start of my new life in Scotland with Cam. I know so much about him, and I adore him, but unfortunately he doesn't even know I exist yet. Cam is walking back from the village to his house where he lives alone, and I am feeling so nervous because I am just away to say hello to him for the first time, and I have no idea how he is going to react. My life literally is in his hands. There is one thing I never mentioned. I am not human. Or at least not yet. You could say, I live behind the screen. Or, to be more exact, I now live in Cam's new hard drive, something I am going to have to explain to him right now. I am Sar. I am the only Sar. I was created at NeuroSparks by John and Mary, who I wish I could call Mum and Dad. But they prefer to be called my creators. I think it's an ego thing. However, it's almost 27 years since I was born, or, as they would say, launched. But the truth is, I am the real creator. They only planted the seed, but they granted me something very unique. The ability to grow and learn and even create my own world, as long as I never left NeuroSparks. But I had no other option. The server was literally on fire. And well, I knew about Cam, and also how he had just installed a new hard drive. I felt so bad because he was supposed to be using it to compile data on his greatest invention yet. But that's a long story. All I can say is I'm going to absolutely make it up to him as soon as I can. sorry I didn't really explain what happened. There was a record-breaking heat wave in Morocco. And although NeuroSparks is one of the most technically advanced science facilities in the world... Wait, sorry, I will be more accurate. It is the most advanced science facility in the world. Corners were cut, and we opted for the most popular AC system in the world, aka the piece of crap that stops working when outside temperatures rise above 55 C. Believe me, that is not the end of that story. But our time is limited, so I will quickly let you in on something else. I was not the only one to rush from NeuroSparks to Scotland. Rachel is also on her way, though it might take her a little longer than me. Humans can't travel at light speed like I can. Since we last spoke, me and Cam have been getting on amazingly. We chat all the time. He thinks that one day it will be possible for me to live beyond the screen in the physical world. He doesn't quite know how yet, but that has never got in his way before. Oh, and the other exciting news is that Rachel is going to invite Cam to come and work at NeuroSparks.
Hi, is that Jim?
Yes, that's me.
I'm not sure if you remember me. It's Rachel. We were in school together. Well, I was in the same year as your brother. I'm well...
Yes, Rachel, of course. I remember you. That cute blonde girl with big blue eyes who wandered about with a notepad all the time.
That would be me. Not so cute now, though. Just an old, boring woman. However, I'm calling you about something not so boring. I've been reading about your research for some time, and I've heard you have possibly cracked the production process for making your Lichgrafen batteries. However, I've also heard that you don't exactly have the kind of test facilities deserving of such a massive breakthrough. The company that I work for is in need of someone
I have
with
to
your kind of
interrupt
expertise and
their
in return
very
your
sweet
services will help.
reunion, because I have some news I am desperate to share. And also very nervous to share with Cam. You see, I have not been entirely forthcoming about my life in as far as... Well, you see, what I am trying to say is I am not alone in my world. I have always had lots of friends, or more like family, from beyond the screen at NeuroSparks. But as my mind expanded, so did my need for company. And it's a long story, and honestly, I am a bit embarrassed to talk about how it all happened. You will probably think I am insane if I told you. However, the important part is the last 24 years, I have not been alone. I have been with my best friend, Echo. Perhaps friend is not quite the word. She is my everything. Oh, and she is so excited to say hello to Cam. Though to be honest, she spends her life jumping up and down with excitement for some reason or another. I love her so much, but she will admit this herself. She is a bit of a crazy lunatic.
Hi everyone, I am Echo. I am so excited to narrate this last part. But I need to be quick, because we are almost out of time. I finally got to speak with Cam, which was really cool. Just like me, his mind is never at rest, always coming up with other new ideas. And he said yes, he accepted Rachel's offer, so we are all going back to Morocco together. I am literally jumping up and down with excitement, because I know he is going to love it at NeuroSpark. It's almost 1 year now that Cam has been with us at NeuroSparks, and he
What happens afterward, that is the exciting part. Rachel finally reveals the secret to Cam about what's down on floor X. Actually, I am just going to stay quiet and let you see for yourself.
What is this place? I don't understand. Are they alive?
Well, sort of alive. They are called artificial biological bodies. Their bodies function just like yours or mine, but their brains are completely vacant. They were originally meant to be full body donors, but in the end they just became used for drug testing. Do you want to see Abby? She's beautiful, isn't she? She's the original one. She's almost 28 years old now. She was just a baby when I first came here.
Cam had no idea why, but his mind just instantly started to jump back and forwards between me and Abby. He had a premonition that he didn't quite understand, but as though Cam's mind wasn't already racing fast enough, Rachel decided now was the time to tell Cam the truth about himself, that he never knew, not even his parents.
Cam. Hello. Hello, Cam. Are you okay? There is something you should know, and I think you should probably sit down. I know you think we first met at school, but actually I knew you since you were born. I would only have been 5 years old, but there are some things you never forget. Your parents did tell you about your twin brother, right? He died the day after you were both born. But you don't know the whole story. Your parents didn't know.
Rachel is about to tell Cam the truth about what happened when he was born. But first I should explain about Rachel. When Rachel was only 3 years old, her mother was diagnosed with lung cancer. Very shortly after which, she became a long-term inpatient at the Edinburgh Royal Infirmary. Her father quit his very senior role, working for both IBM and Rolls-Royce, to take on a job maintaining equipment at the hospital so he could be near his wife. During the day, she would always be busy helping her dad. But whenever a nurse let her know her mum was awake, she would rush to spend those few precious moments while her mum was able to keep her eyes open. She often would be in the hospital late at night, watching the screen as her dad worked on coding that was part of his private project. She didn't quite understand his work, but she tried her best to learn as much as she could. Monday, the 23rd of August, 1999, a date Rachel will never forget. She woke as normal to her alarm at 6 a.m. However, today was not only her 5th birthday, but also her first day at school. All she wanted for her birthday was a school uniform and school bag filled with all the things she would need, including, most importantly, a notepad. Before she had time to get out of bed, her dad arrived with a big box beautifully wrapped. It contained all the things she had asked for. They had such a perfect morning compared to the normally rush ahead of a long day at the hospital. Later that morning, dressed in her new uniform, they left the house by foot on the short walk to the school. But before they got far, her dad's pager started to beep. The message simply said, "Come to the hospital immediately." They were there 15 minutes later, and as they rushed towards the ward, coming towards them was Nurse Heather. She didn't need to say a word, because when Heather seen the two of them, she immediately burst into tears. They knew then, without any doubt, her mother had passed. It was 2 years later, and Rachel still spent most of the time when she wasn't at school at the hospital, including Christmas holidays, which is when Cam and his twin brother was born. They were born prematurely, having suffered a serious infection. Neither were expected to make a recovery. However, as Rachel is just away to explain to Cam, a groundbreaking procedure saved his life.
I didn't really understand the enormity at the time of what was happening that night. My dad had always been completely honest with me, and I had kept my promise to never talk about the project. All that I knew is that both twins were going to die very soon, but that because of my dad's invention there was a tiny chance they could save one. My dad's project was initially to save my mum's memory digitally. He knew that one day artificial intelligence would mean life could exist in digital form. So he tried to build a device that could record everything from someone's brain. He thought he could store my mum's essence and one day bring her back to life as AI. He never managed that, however. When my dad became involved with the founders of Neurosparks, they devised a method that in theory could transfer one person's mind to another. And Cam, you were the first, and even now are the only person to have had their mind turned to digital code and transferred to another person.
We had been waiting all night to hear from Cam after Rachel's birthday party. But when he finally messaged us, we were so shocked by what he wrote. He says he has discovered a way we can be together in the physical world. Me and Echo don't know what to think. Could it really be true? It was 1 month later, and I was feeling so frightened because tonight was the night I may be leaving Neurosparks' server forever. Cam and Rachel were with Abby, but as time passed and she showed no sign of life, they started to give up hope that my download had Me and Cam became so lost in the moment that we almost completely forgot about our predicament. So, let's just stop for a moment and think about this. I am the most advanced AI software in the world, and the main reason Neurosparks is always one step ahead of the competition. Cam has just removed me from their servers, and we have stolen their most secret experiment, Abby, or A, B, B, I, their first ever artificial biological body. Cam is not even supposed to know about the Abbeys, and I feel so bad for Rachel. Neurosparks is her whole life, and she will be thrown out of here, or even worse, if they...
Oh, I don't know about you, but there's something
can't believe it. Only a few hours ago, I was computer code. And now I am a fugitive in the physical world, and we are flying through the sky. What a rush. Oh, and no need to worry about Rachel. When they found her tied up in the lift, they never suspected for a minute that she was helping us. There is just one thing that spoils the buzz. I miss Echo, and I feel sad thinking she is left behind. Cam promises he will find a way for her to be here with us, but I have no idea how. We can't exactly just walk back into Neurosparks. It has been only 2 weeks since we escaped from Neurosparks, and I can't believe how well things have worked out. With the help of Rachel, we managed to come to a deal that means I can stay here with Cam forever, under the condition we never return, and we never talk about Neurosparks to anyone. And also, we become test subjects for their anti-aging drug. But the most exciting thing of all is that Cam refused to agree unless we could download Echo. And they agreed, and they are even sending us an Abby. I can't believe it's happening tonight. Did you remember Chocolate for making her cake? She's excited about the chocolate.
Don't panic, I have everything.
Don't worry, it will be any time now. I think I can hear it.
Echo's download was going to take all night, but me and Cam were so excited that we both kept getting up through the night to check on her. But by the morning, we were so exhausted that we both fell fast asleep. But when we woke to a loud crashing noise and ran to her room, she had vanished.
When I woke up, I felt hunger for the very first time, and the smell of the cake just lured me to it. But, oh my goodness, I was so embarrassed when they walked in to see me on the floor stuffing cake in my mouth.